I am excited because today we're going to start the process of understanding the journey. Now, to recap on what we've went over so far, we started with just a welcome video, and the welcome video was to highlight what my goal and my anticipation was to be able to help you get started with your own side hustle. And that particular video was a short and sweet one, but it gave you a little outline of what to expect over the coming weeks and months ahead. So the second video that we actually talked about were physical side hustles, and those are hustles that require you to physically do something, whether it be painting or repair work of some type, something that requires your body and maybe even going somewhere to achieve that. The next video that we did was digital side hustles. Digital side hustles are a way to use your mind and a computer and the internet to generate revenue. Now, hopefully you have chosen one of those two types of hustles, and your next step is understanding the journey that you're going to go through to make those successful. And today is going to be all about that. Now it's only 4:01, so for just a few more minutes, I'm going to give people time to be notified and let got going on. I'm excited to be able to also tell you guys about some people that we were able to help in this particular understanding the journey, and some different side hustles that we were able to recommend to people. And over a period of time, they developed themselves, or maybe they took the initiative to find it, and then I was able to help them understand some of the marketing aspects of it so that they could be more successful in their journey. So with that, I am excited, and we're a couple of minutes in now, so I think I'm going to go ahead and get started. So, Zero to Heroes, Side Hustles, Understanding the Journey by Michael Fluharty. Now, I want to welcome everyone and thank you for coming. We work hard to put together these PowerPoints and these presentations, and I want to tell you that I have an amazing staff that does help me. Over the years, we have become a really good jail, and we're able to accomplish things pretty quickly. And putting this course together, although it's taken some time, it's going to be rewarding for the people that take advantage of it. And I want to let you know that myself and my staff are here to help you grow your side hustle. Now, today we're going to talk about preparing your your hustle mindset. It doesn't matter what you try to do in life, you have to have a certain mindset. You have to have the passion and the dedication in order for that to be successful. No different than any other task that you choose to take on, whether it be the job that you're at, the kids you raise, maybe it's the church that you're a part of, maybe it's your hunting group. There's a certain level of dedication, and you have to have a certain mindset in order to make that happen. If you stay till the end of this video, I have a bonus for you. I am going to be working with some people, and I'm going to give you something amazing at the end of this video if you stick around for the end. Now, at some point, things going to go south. Everything's going to go south, and you're going to say, this is it. This is how it ended. Now, you can either accept that or you can get to work. That's all it is. You just begin, you do the math, you solve one problem, and you solve the next one and the next one. And if you solve enough problems, you get to come home. And that is from a line in a movie called The Meriton, I believe is how it's pronounced. But the premise of this was, he goes into outer space and something catastrophic happens, and he gets in a moment of frantic, and he's like, there's no way I'm going to be able to, accomplish this. This is the end of my time. I'm going to die, everyone with me, and so forth. Well, the engineer that was able to communicate with him just stated that it's math and it's dedication. So if you solve one problem and then you solve the next and then you solve the next one, once you've solved enough problems, you can get home. And that's the same thing with your side hustle. You're going to first identify the problems. And once you identify those problems, you're just going to make a list of them, and then you're going to check them off as you overcome those. You can achieve your goals that you set for yourself. Understanding the journey. Now, a hustle starts with a host of problems. You solve enough problems, you get to be a millionaire, period. The moment you stop solving problems, you start failing. Now, you will not get it right the first time. No one ever has. Accept this as part of the process, and you'll get much further faster. Frustrating as it is, byproduct of learning. Just as being sore is if you stop working out because you're sore, you're never going to get fit. I need to take that advice more often. So side hustles side hustles can and will be a disaster. Doing them daily is only to validate your idea and get a quick injection of cash. So doing your side you get started. It's going to help you get some quick cash in so you can develop that side hustle and make it prolong and last you. But you got to go ahead and you got to get out there and get some cash, get some bumps and bruises. You got to identify so you can find out more of the problems that it's going to take in order to grow. Is to be automated and let it run 24/7, generating you money and not deal with the stress of a live performance. So the to create long-lasting income is where you do the work one time and then you're able to reap the benefits going forward. And whenever it comes to marketing, doing live performances like I'm doing right now can be stressful, and they can be where like today we had all types of technical issues. We didn't get the invite up fast enough. I'm hoping that people are able to find it and they have the time. Maybe I've picked the wrong time to do this. So you're going to run into problems. You're going to have disasters. Just don't stop. We didn't give up. We started to try to do this live at 2 p.m. That didn't work, so we pushed it back to 4. And I do hope that I'm able to deliver the value you need, even though we were behind after our disaster. Now, uncovering the lies of digital marketing. Nothing is easy and nothing is simple, okay? Easy, simple system. All right, no hustle will make you a millionaire overnight. The hustle is simply a starting point. It isn't as simple as 1, 2, 3. All hustles have problems. Nothing is perfect, and you cannot wait for it to be fixed. You have to go ahead, identify it, work on it, move to the next one until you're able to figure out how to fix that other one. And a lot of times it's just as simple as education. So it's just a matter of how quick you're willing to learn in order to progress your side hustle. Execution always beats systems, but systems save times. So doing the work and doing a lot of work on your side hustle will reap you the rewards of quick cash, but developing a system will help you where you can back out of the equation so that the hustle will make you money, but you're not having to give all of your time to it. So execution always beats systems, but systems will give you free time. Now, the secret of a hustle refinement. Refining your hustle is how you create a lifestyle. Not because you know stuff, not because you have the best hustle. It's all because you know how to deal with the criticism and the people that are hating you. Because you find these problems, and then you're going to have these other people that come at you from different angles, and they're going to say, well, I don't like that side hustle, or that's stupid, or you're not going to be able to learn that, or that'll never sell. Whatever it may be, there's always going to and criticizing you. So, that's part of the bumps and bruises, but we got to work through those, because in the very beginning, when you're testing out your side hustle, that's part of what happens. Doesn't matter what the idea is. Now, to avoid criticism, say nothing, do nothing, be nothing. All right. Don't indulge yourself into it. Don't ask questions from them. If they're not doing it already and they're not successful at it, why in the world would you take advice from them? What makes you think that they can help you become successful at whatever your hustle may be? Now, that was written by Hubbard, whatever. All right. You will never be criticized by someone doing more than you. You will be criticized by someone doing less than you. So just remember that more people that put you down for your side hustle, they don't understand it, or they're not willing to do that work themselves. Those are not the people that you're going to hear from. It's the people that are doing less than you that may put it down or criticize it. And that's by Matthew Stevenson. All right. What other people say doesn't matter, because if it did matter, they wouldn't have the time to say it. The easiest way to get over imposter syndrome is to build things that matter. Make a difference, make a change, and you will be rewarded for it. Credibility is all about perception. So if you believe in what you're doing, if you've educated yourself enough, if you tell me that you are left-handed, and I criticize and say there's no way you're left-handed, but you show me that everything you do is left-handed, then the credibility is that you know it. You've done it your whole life. You know you're left-handed. Someone can't tell you you're not left-handed because you know this. So with being left-handed, it's your perception. So move forward left-handed, not right-handed if you're left-handed. All right. And that's a really dumb analogy, but you get the point. All right. Your reputation will not get ruined. Just stick to what you know and what you do. Okay. All right. How to be massively productive. First, you got to make a list. You got to write out the obstacles and the hurdles, and you've got to understand that identifying them first and foremost is the only way that you can ever overcome them. For one, it may be that your side hustle requires a certain level of money to get started with, okay? So first of all, you would need to make, number one is I need to get money. What's the fastest way that I can go ahead and do my side hustle, even if I don't make as much as I want, or maybe it takes a little bit longer than I want to do it, but I've got to have the money in order to get the tools to get the project started. Number two, maybe as simple as, finding people that are a coach or someone to help you. Number three may be identifying, some of the other problems that you could have with, materials. It may not be to get the right materials for whatever you're trying to accomplish, but you got to make a list, and you need to complete the list. Now, what I do is I create a sheet with my pros and my cons for each task. And I'll go, all right, my pros for getting more money is, I've got stuff sitting around the house that I don't necessarily need. Would that allow me to raise enough cash so that I can invest in myself, or I can invest in my side hustle? The cons are if I sell my motorcycle, will it affect my life? Well, I don't really think it would. So the pro would be sell my motorcycle, and the con is it going to affect my life? No, it's not. There's pros and cons of everything, and you got to make sure that not having, in this scenario, a motorcycle is going to affect your life. Where if I sold the car that I drive every day to raise cash, that could be a big con, a big problem, so to speak. All right. Next is your circle of focus. And a circle of focus is identifying all of the activities that you do on a daily basis, and then what percentage of your time are taken up by those activities. And then you want to go ahead and fill this out, whether you have children, you have a job, you're involved in church, you may be involved in a club of some sort, maybe you go to happy hour, whatever it may be, you've got to create your circle of focus so that you can identify things that are not as important that could distract you from your side hustle. Now, there's three different areas that you want to try to focus on that are most important, and that's your health, the wealth, and the relationships. You want your health so that way you can enjoy the wealth. And whenever you have wealth, the relationships around you will get stronger because you're able to impact people's lives, not just with money, but because they see you successful, they actually will listen to you more whenever you try to help them. Or maybe it is, the wealth allows you to build strong relationships with your kids because you send them to college and you can help better their lives. Now, all of these three meet together, and then there's a place in the center there that allows you to have a certain productivity level. And at the end of the day, you've got to identify the wealth, the health, and relationships, and then you find that sweet spot that allows you to be productive and be successful at your side hustle. Environmental focus is what we're trying to accomplish. Now, when is the best time to work on your side hustle? If kids and job and so forth, you've either got to do it early in the morning or you've got to do it late at night. Now, late at night for you may be 7 o'clock after kids go to bed. It may be 9 o'clock. It may be 10 o'clock. Whenever it is, you've got to identify that time frame in order to be able to dedicate to your side hustle. Sleep cycle is one thing that I believe that I've been able to accomplish, and I'm, as weird as it sounds, I like to go to bed early. Like I'm a 10, 11 o'clock kind of guy, maybe a little later if, I'm reading or studying something. But having a consistent sleep cycle will allow you to be more productive, whether it be in the morning, during the day, or at night. So try to get an app. You may have something on your phone or whatever, but start monitoring it and just see, hey man, why am I not being productive today? Is it because I only got 3 hours of sleep last night? And a lot of times you're going to find that is one of the biggest downfalls is, people not understanding their patterns and their habits, whether it be sleeping or during the day. All right. Now, some things we want to do is we want to what we use our social media for. So try to only use Facebook, Instagram, and other social outlet networks for learning about your hustle. I know it's easy to get on there and get on your news feed, and before you know it, you've seen everybody's kids, you've seen the food of the day, you've seen all the friends where they've traveled, so forth, and you get caught up in that, the pictures and the interaction and stuff. Well, take some of that time and go follow people that are doing your side hustle. Educate yourself. Use the platform as a learning tool, not just as a social environment. Seek out others in groups to start the process of learning cool tricks and tips. Go find in Facebook some groups of people that do your type of side hustle. Start learning from them, adding input, getting your mindset every day. Start educating yourself. Always contribute to those conversations. By talking about your side hustle with other like minded people, you will quickly grow. By far, the best way to get somewhere in life is to find like minded people with the same common goals and learn from them and contribute so that you can then develop your side hustle. Now, uh, as you see, we do have a Facebook group, and I do recommend you back in and contributing. We're working on building up some cool content and interactivity as far as questions and surveys. We're going to be dropping some unique hustles that have signed up to work with us. So with that, always check back in with this group. Make sure you go to the settings at the top and follow the page, and get all the notifications and all that stuff. So let's talk about someone that I have helped for nearly 6 to 8 years now, give or take. And yeah, I'm the fat guy on the right. I need to follow my health management a little bit better. But I can tell you that so far, since I took some courses on how to run my own social media ads course, it's been about 10 years now. I'm able to help Mr. Joe here hit 10 million in sales in 2021, and he didn't have to waste any money on ads that didn't work. When I first met Joe, he was running ads on TV and newspaper and radio, and he was doing a lot of traditional media. And he told me he was spending around $50,000 a month. And I said, Mr. Joe, if being a curious student, Mr. Joe, I've learned how to run Facebook ads, and here's what I'd like to do. I'd like to work for you for free for 30 days, and I'd like to bring in some results for you, and I'd like to help you out. And if I can do that and show you how to change from spending money in traditional media to social media, how you could benefit from it. Well, started that process, like I said, about 8 years ago. And last year we hit a pretty cool milestone. We hit 10 million in sales in just 2021. And to be honest, it's probably more around 15 million, but I don't try to get into his business. I just make sure he has what he needs on a daily basis for his business to grow. Now, some other cool people that I've been able to work with in the past, Mr. Dean on the top left corner. When I first met him, he was a general manager at a car dealership, and he recently, in the past years, has got involved in the Forex market, and they have a networking club where they actually introduce people, educate them, and train them on how they can trade currency. So that would be like buying the U.S. is the Japanese dollar, I think it's yen or whatever it may be. The person on the right, Mr. Jason, also owned a car dealership, and about 8, 9 years ago, we started a working relationship there and went in and helped show him and his staff fit from running social media ads, how they could generate credit applications and how they could automate their systems. Since then, Mr. Jason has went on to sit on the board of Coastal Carolina in some capacity. He also has developed and built a very profitable real estate construction firm. And I get to see his work all the time, and I see the social media posts, and I see stuff that he's implementing, and I applaud him for developing his hustle. Miss Lady Boss here, one of the only female car dealership owners in Wilmington, North Carolina. And it was awesome working with her and helping her understand the same process that Mr. Dean and Mr. Jason did with utilizing social media and how to do targeting and tracking of people in order to be able to get the message they're actually looking to buy and not waste money in places where it's not beneficial. Mr. Michael King to the left here, we worked together on a couple of projects, and one in particular was a pre-sale of something that was just raw land. We were able to generate enough interest in the project and enough leads and enough customers that they were able to pre-sell the project out, and I think we did it in around 7 days, and it was a multi-million-dollar project. My buddy here, Mr. Mo, on the right-hand side, he came to me as a student and got into the program, and he quickly learned how to run his own ads and drive traffic directly to credit applications, which means he spent less time walking around the car lot and having to ask people what they were looking for. Now he's able to successfully get people to contact him. They complete the buying process online, and he is able to help them facilitate purchasing vehicles, and they do RVs and all kinds of cool stuff. All right, my buddy, Mr. Elliott. Mr. Elliott, a longtime resident and DJ in our area, and very connected and an awesome guy with a lot of charisma. I met Mr. Elliott and hung out with him, and he inquired about how he could learn to be more successful using Facebook and videos. So we actually sat down and we did quite a few videos for his business at the time. He was able to sell a lot of cars. He did amazing stuff. In his first 30 days, we got him 100 full-blown credit applications. And so to go from zero to that scale, utilizing the internet was really powerful. And that opened up doors for him. Being a part of the video process and learning the software, I believe, helped him where now he's actually really large real estate company. They actually, if I'm not mistaken, they're one of the largest in the country. I don't know that he owns the entire company, but I know that he is an integral part of that company in our area. And I'm super excited to be able to have helped him with the process. Now, how did my hustle lead to helping others while making money? At the end of the day, you got to go, is my hustle helping people? Is it making me money and so forth? Because if not, why are you doing it? And, I'm excited to be able to say that it was all about being organized. When I first started taking courses similar to the one you're taking now, and I started educating myself and learning from others, I had to get organized. I had to make a game plan. I had to make a roadmap. I had to develop something that would help me get to my goal. And my goal was to have freedom and time. And for those of you who know me, I'm not a hard worker per se. I like to work with my mind. So it was my goal to develop, a six-figure beyond income and, not be constrained to having to do something daily or having to go somewhere in order to make the money. So I love my freedom and I enjoy making money and helping others do that. And how I'm able to do that is I use what we talked about before is Trello. I keep a board. This is called a board and a workspace. And this workspace allows me to be able to keep up with projects that I'm working on, or maybe new ideas for ads that I want to run, ways to grow and ways to promote. It's easy to stay organized when you use Trello. All right, lifestyle changes that can promote productivity. Work out in the not that I'm great at it, but at least 2 to 3 days a week, I at least try to walk for 2 miles. If I can get 2 miles in, my day is so much more productive. I am a lot less stressed. It releases endorphins or whatever and promotes energy, focus, and good decision making. When it comes down to it, you don't want to waste time. Utilize some workout time to get your thoughts together, to get your head right, to get your body moving, stretching, so forth, so that you can be more productive. Go ahead and cancel your TV service, your Netflix. Use that same time to go watch videos, to educate yourself about your hustle, to communicate with people in social media world that are doing it. There's people 24 hours a day, 7 days a week that you could post a question and get a bunch of people to give you answers back on how they do it, or maybe they're willing to help you with your process. Put your phone on airplane mode while you're working on during project hours. If you only dedicate 30 minutes a day to your hustle, for 30 minutes, put it on airplane mode. Don't be bothered. Okay. All right. Eliminate distractions. All right. Write down what you will be working on tomorrow and finish it. Do not take calls or text or be on social media while you're trying to complete that task. Shut down all tabs except the ones you're working on. So like me, if you're using a computer, eliminate everything around you, focus on one thing, get as far as you can on it. You can move to the next one then, but during that time frame, eliminate distractions. Schedule times to deal with personal problems, check email, etc. I know a lot of you have children, you have family, you have issues, you have stuff going on. Do your best to schedule your time to deal with that versus just dealing with it all the time nonstop. And I know that's probably extremely hard for people, but just like scheduling time to work on your side hustle, you've got to schedule time just for that. All right, how to get started. First, write out what you hope to accomplish from your side hustle. You must write this out. No one ever found a treasure without first having a map. So writing it out and is going to create you the start of your map. You are not the exception to this rule. Write it out. What do you want? When do you want it? Which side hustle is best for you? What dollar amount do you hope to make and in what time frame? Can the side hustle you pick give you what you desire? Write down what holds you back from getting the hustle started. Do your research. How many people in your area are doing your hustle? How many people on the internet are doing it? What do they charge? How much money do they make? How successful are they doing this side hustle? All right, with that, I'm not going to stay on here long. It's 25 minutes. Thank you for your time today. In our next video, we're going to be going over six-figure side hustle ad agency. So I'm going to dive a little bit deeper into the type of hustle that I have that generates six-figure income and gives me the freedom that I have. I'm excited to be able to share that because that's the hustle that I'm most knowledgeable about. Now, I have a bonus offer for you. I told you in the very beginning, if you stuck with me till the end, the beta course opportunity. I'm looking for a few people who are willing to move forward and learn a hustle that can earn them six figures. Yes, I'm willing to take on 6 new students, build a profitable six-figure side hustle. I only ask that you give me a testimonial so we can show others what's possible. Now, click on the comments below, and that's where the link is going to be, and that's where you can get started. I have a questionnaire on there, and it just goes over digital side hustles that I have knowledge in or that I'm easily able to recommend you to someone to learn from. So if that's signing up for our beta course, and then the people that elect to learn about digital ad agency and so forth, those are the ones that I'll help work with. But if you're looking for some of the other ones, I'm going to probably refer you out to some information. Doesn't mean that I won't do videos or help you understand it or work with you in the group. It just means that they may have videos that are ready to go, that are done, that has a lot of breakdowns and the pitfalls and the ins and outs, and they're more apt to help you with that. So with that said, I'm glad you joined us today for understanding the journey. I am super excited to be able to work with you and help, and I'm pleased to be here to serve you. So with that, drop me a comment. Let me know that you like this. If you would, share the group to your friends, invite other people in. Maybe you have somebody or know someone that has an amazing side hustle. Maybe yourself has an amazing side hustle that you wouldn't mind sharing with the group. Hey, please just drop a picture of whatever it is and a little bit of information, and hopefully we can encourage others to become part of our community. All right, with that, thank you so much. My name is Michael Fluharty, and that is Zero to Hero Side Hustles, Understanding the Journey.